So let's change the air filter on a 2010 Mini Cooper S. So this is the air filter, the engine air filter. It's SA10694. So we'll start by opening the engine compartment here inside the driver's side bay. So then you just lift up the hood here, and there's a little latch here that you push up a lever, and that brings it up. Okay, so you can see it's up, it holds itself up. There's no reason to have a stick or anything like that. It's not necessary. So the air filter is under this housing here. So to get to it, we're going to disconnect this air monitor, loosen up this worm clamp here, pull this off a little bit, and then there's 1, 2, 3, 4 Torx screws there. I think they're the 25 variety. So let's get started. So let's quickly review the parts we're going to need. We need a flathead screwdriver to loosen up this worm clamp, and we're going to need a T25 Torx wrench. They're pretty cheap. You can get them very cheap at Harbor Freight or someplace like that. Just to make it a little bit easier, I'm going to use a ratcheting mechanism. So I grab my T25 and I'll put it on an extender just to make it a little bit easier to see what I'm doing. Put that in there. You can see the shape of this is kind of like a star shape. That's what a Torx wrench looks like. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to detach this electrical connector. The way you do that is you push down on this lever here, and it kind of lifts this up, and then you can kind of jiggle it out. Bam. Voila. Okay? And then the next thing we're going to do is loosen up this worm clamp. Loosen that up a little bit. Once it's loose, kind of pop this out over to the side here. Great. And now I just have 1, 2, 3, 4 of these T25 Torx bolts. Loosen them. Keep going down the road here. It's a pretty quick job, actually. That one. And so we can pop this off, and when you pop off, there's like 3 of these plastic extensions here that go on the back. You can see this one's already been broken off, so you must be careful pulling those off. And you can see that one isn't really that bad, but we've got a brand new one here. We're going to put this in here. This probably could have seen a little bit more duty, but look in the back, it's not very dirty at all. But if we're trying to start from scratch, we're going to clean this up a little bit. By the way, when I took this out, there were all kinds of nasty things in here, like bees, flies, leaves, and stuff. And you probably won't get this kind of attention when you go to your, maybe some mechanics, I shouldn't say that. But it's not a bad idea to take a little bit of time, just get rid of this other debris. Since we're in here anyways, and it's a beautiful afternoon here, so clean that up just a little bit. Then we take our nice, clean, new filter, drop it in there. And we'll take the housing and carefully put it under those fittings in the back there. Careful with this hose. Okay. So those are in there. Good, let's see. Yep, I think that's perfect. So now we're just going to tighten down these T25 bolts. And this is a plastic casing, so there's no reason to tighten them too much because it could crack over time as these things get older. They're known to get, plastic gets rather brittle. Good. It's looking good. Beautiful. Finally, this last one. Give it a little bit. Okay. So before we put the electrical connector back on, we're going to reattach this air hose to here. Lift this up a little bit. Make sure the cap's over it. Get it in there nice and snug. And then we're just going to use a flathead screwdriver to tighten the worm clamp. Bam. Wow, that looks nice. So the only